We're all good. Thank you. Thank you. So, welcome to my first Be True series. If you guys don't know what this series is, it's pretty much just going to be me chatting with different girls about like some of the struggles that girls go through. And they're just gonna, we're just gonna have a regular, just like simple, basic girl chat. So we'll address, obviously, you guys can see this is Latoya. This is gonna be my first ever Be True series guest. So we're obviously first going to get to know her really quick, and then she's going to talk about her struggles that she wants to discuss that we'll talk about later on today. And then after that, and we come up with a solution to the struggles, or I give her my advice and we chat it out. Then towards the end, we'll do a little Q&A session for you guys. Yes. So yeah, I'm going to be answering questions towards the end after we go into our session. So, Latoya, would you like to tell us a little bit about yourself?
Hi, everyone. My name is Latoya Ebony. I am a wife, a mother, an actress, a YouTube content creator. I used to be a makeup artist. There's just a lot going on here.
That's amazing.
I live in Los Angeles, California.
Oh, that's where I'm from.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that you were from. Where are you living now?
Georgia.
Oh,
yeah. Mm-hmm. But I was born I guess not raised, because I moved when I was like 11, 12. But yeah, that's where I'm from. Yes. Okay, so yeah, you got a lot going on. So just for age, I just want to make sure you don't mind saying your age, right? Just so we can get back.
I'm 33.
Wow, I would not have guessed that. Okay, so we got a 33-year-old and we got a 24-year-old. Okay, so this is like just to give them, just to, I guess.
Yeah, most people think I'm like 26, 27. I think it's my voice.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's good. People think I'm 15, so it's okay. It's okay.
Hey.
Exactly, we're gonna be young. Exactly. We're gonna stay young. But okay, so wait, a few shout outs before we start. Jenny, hi. Western Goddess, hi. Okay, so what is your struggle? What are we gonna be talking about? What are we gonna be being true about?
So I think for me, growing up, especially in the entertainment industry, and just doing acting and things, you're sort of molded, your mind is molded early on to think of yourself in archetypes. You're the girl next door, you're the funny one, you're the character actor, you're the straight actor, you're the ingenue. And so it's very much, it's, how do I put this? It's in your best interest to know what your type is. So that you can, portray those, you can submit yourself to, agencies and to films and television and theater, so that they have a sort of reference of what you're going to bring to the table.
Exactly.
And so I think that, just dealing with that in the back of my mind and staying true to who I really am outside of what I may look like. And also just the competitive nature of the industry and just social media in general, just being able to see like who's successful, who's getting cast, who got that role, things like that. And so it's really easy to compare yourself.
Oh yeah.
And be like, okay, well, maybe I need to be a little bit more like this or a little bit more like that. And this may be what they're looking for. And so my hair journey actually ties into this as well, because in 2010, I decided to go natural. And at the time I had a boyfriend. I was in South Carolina in graduate school for acting, and he was in New York. And I told him I was going to go natural, and I just wanted to be myself, because all throughout high school, I was wearing hazel contacts. I had relaxed hair. I had like honey blonde highlights. It was kind of diverse in my school, but majority was Caucasian. And so one day my new growth was just kind of growing in, and I was like, you know what? And I was in school at the time too. My mother's a cosmetologist. She wasn't around to do my hair. I had went natural once just to grow my hair out, and then I relaxed it. So I'm in grad school and I'm like, why am I hiding? Like, what's going on? And, you know, when you're in school in that sort of concentrated environment where you're, as an actress, you have to learn about yourself in order to portray different people. Really, you have to be in touch with who you are in order to reflect reality. And it got me just thinking like, yo, this is not me. Like, if the world were to end, because I'm kind of dramatic.
Okay.
The world were to end, there was no makeup, there was no relaxers, there was no contacts. You know, would I look in the mirror and still feel good about myself? And that was the beginning of my journey. I was like, you know what? I'm tired. I'm gonna just be me. I'm gonna grow my hair out. And my boyfriend at the time, the reason I mentioned him, he was really nervous. He was like, I just don't like that unkempt look. Because back then, back then, you know, 2010, there was no one really natural unless you were straight from Africa. Like, if you, I don't know if you guys have ever gone to like a diverse college or school, but generally speaking, we all were wearing weaves, wigs. Everybody was talking about how they mixed with Indian.
Everybody was mixed.
Everybody.
Oh, I got back my great was, I get it. Trust me.
Everybody was flexing with their weave, talking about, no, this is, you don't know. Like, I'm mixed.
That's so true. That is so true.
And so to like step outside of that and fully embrace what I actually look like, it was scary. And, you know, it's been quite a journey, even, you know, just sharing who I am, my personality on YouTube.
For sure. So is your struggle like more based off of just as far as being an actress and pursuing that, or just more so like being yourself on your YouTube, since that's what you're trying to pursue as well, like online, social media?
Yeah, I think in general, as women, we have so many different facets of ourselves. I can be, you know, very shy. I'm a mother, so I can be very nurturing. I'm a wife. I also have a very goofy, offbeat, kind of quirky personality. And a lot of times, you know, that's why I watch you. I was like, oh, just like me, like 10 years ago. And for a long time, like even on YouTube, you know, just transitioning through the kind of different feels that I want to have for my channel. You know, I had periods where I was like super serious and just informational. Like, I just wanted to be informative. Periods where I thought, no, you know, the mellow thing is working. So let me do the mellow thing. And really, it
do what you think other people would
wanted to see and being inspired, you know. And there's a difference between being inspired by, like, you can be inspired by someone, but you don't have to become them. And so I was going through all these different phases. And I think especially within the past year, because I took a break from YouTube and I was really focusing on my acting career, and I kind of came back and I was like, I'm tired. I'm quirky. I'm fun. I don't have to be like makeup Shayla or someone else who, I mean, they lead with their sexuality. I don't want to like single her out, but you guys know what I mean. Like, they're very alluring, you know, the Kardashians, they very much lead with their sexuality and their femininity. And I love that. I consider myself to be very feminine as well. But, you know, I don't need to wear 10-foot lashes and cake on my makeup and only wear bodycon dresses. Like, that's just not me. You know? Now, do I do a subtle sexual little flex every now and again?
We all, yes, I'm sure. I mean, of course. I mean, that is, you know, obviously a part of being feminine. You have to have that in you. But I totally get what you're saying. I mean, at one point for me, when I was hold on. Let me turn. Is that a little better? Okay, when I was doing my YouTube channel, and I've been on YouTube for about 3-4 years, and at one point, like, I just got tired. It was like making a video was work because I had to put on a lot of, I felt like I had to put on a lot of makeup. I had to make sure my hair was perfect. I had to do my nails, which I don't even really like doing my nails, to be honest. I had to make sure I wasn't wearing the same outfit or just certain things. And it kind of got tiring because it's like, I don't like not being able to be myself. Like, I don't know Aquarius, if you believe in horoscopes, but I'm an Aquarius. I like to be free. I like to, like, that's when I'm in my zone. And if I feel like I have, like, even having friends, if I felt like I had to put on some type of different person or not be as quirky or myself, I never wanted to, like, be around that because it just sucks the life out of you. It's a lot of energy to portray. It's like putting on a costume. It's like becoming a clown. You know how clowns put on their outfit and they have to, entertain people. And then I'm pretty sure when they're done, they're probably like, whoa, I get to, be relaxed and be them. I mean, of course, that's their job, but you get what I'm saying? It's like, it can be tiring. So it's like, at one point I was just, like, it's not worth it. And if you watch people on YouTube there's people who are genuinely themselves. I mean, we have all different types of people on YouTube, looks wise. I mean, just every different. I mean, it's just like it's just more about what you want to portray to the other person. You can't, it's like, I want my audience to know who I am. Just like you said, if you leave this world knowing that nobody really knew the true you, that's kind of like not like sad. That was sad in me. If I'm laying on my deathbed, not to get to that point, but it's like, wow, nobody really, like, what, my whole life was a lie, because I was trying to impress impress people that I don't even really want to be like. And then, I mean, even with the Kardashians, whoever we think has it all, we don't know how they are when they go to bed at night or whatever the case may be. So it's just tiring, just trying to keep up and be somebody that you're not. And I feel like it's just not worth it. I always like to look at long-term life, and it's just like, who do I want to be? What do I want to be known for? And of course I can fall on the trends, and that may give me quick results because, I mean, everybody likes the glitz and the glam and everything like that. That's what's trending right now. But I mean, what do you want to leave a short-term impact or a long-term? So that's just my thing. I mean, it does take time. I mean, and work on yourself, but you got to just remind yourself at the end of the day, what is your purpose? Like, what do you want to leave? What do you want to be known for? I mean, again, I mean, not saying this in a bad way, but it's like, imagine if I was just glitz and the glam and people just viewed me just for how I looked or how I did my hair, and they didn't care what came out of my mouth. If, I mean, I decided to stop being on YouTube, I'll make an impact, but at the same time, it's like, there's other girls who can show nice makeup and, rather than you leaving an actual impact on somebody through your words, through, whatever, that's more, that's worth it. That's lasting. So
exactly.
I mean,
and it's always changing. It's allowing yourself the space to ebb and flow in that, because as we grow, we do change. And allowing that space for grace and forgiveness for yourself is also really big as well. And it's hard because I don't know what stage in life, like, do you have any children, or are you
no kids, not married. I have a boyfriend that I've been with for 7 years, but I have that's it, no kids. No.
Well, it changes.
Trust me, I know. Like, because for anybody who used to watch me when I was just starting, I mean, I was the same personality wise, but if you were to see me, I mean, I was super. And again, I don't knock anybody for liking. It's just like what you like. No. You genuinely love makeup, rock that. But at the same time, my thing is, I just want to help girls get to the point to where they like how they look when I want them to like their true self as much as they like that glammed version of themselves. And I know myself, like, even with me wearing weave at one point, like I did have a stage where I tried it, and I me, because I'm a little extreme, it's like I got used to it. So when I didn't have it, I didn't like how I felt without it. I don't like feeling like I need something. That's when I take a break. Then I'm like, okay, that's an unhealthy relationship. That's even like you having a partner. You shouldn't feel like you need them. You can be yourself and you're good without them, you know?
Yes, same.
And that's unhealthy. And if you feel like that, then that's when I feel like, okay, maybe you need to start taking breaks of, you know, if you're wearing a lot of makeup, maybe you should stop, and you can't go out without it, you know. That's my thing.
So. Yes. I love that. I have the same, I feel like we're kindred spirits. Weird, because we do have this age gap, but I think the same way. And I think that's what's so nice about, you know, this topic is that it's ageless. And it's forever changing. My priorities are forever changing. And then, you know, I go through periods where, you know, I want to be a little different. I want to show a different facet of myself. But at the core of who I am, you know, like I said, I'm a little goofy, a little quirky. I love communicating with people. I'm an empath. I can't help that. And the only time I want to act is when I'm getting paid. Amen.
Exactly. That is cool, because I do remember seeing, I think I looked on your Instagram and I did see a little clips of you acting. You're good. Like, you're good to make that switch. But yeah, so I mean, again, even like, how do you, I mean, as an actor, I feel like you do have to be careful because you're portraying someone else, but then you also have to make sure you're able to completely cut that off. And, you know,
it's it can be a fine line for some people, depending on the method that they go by. Like the method, you know, sometimes there's different tools that actors can use to get themselves in and out of characters. And so I've never had a problem with that, but I would be lying to say that characters don't inform who I am at times. Like sometimes there is a remnants. I mean, anytime you do anything in life, even if it's just pretending to be someone else, there's a remnants of that person in you and that you can pull out at any times. And it helps me in life. It helps me connect with people. It helps me. The thing I love about my career is that it allows me to be empathetic, because sometimes I play people that I would never, they do things I would never do. But in playing that character, I have to understand why they would do that. And so it helps me online as well. When people make nasty comments, it helps me to like sort of try and get a different perspective. And, you know, so I do like that, but I'm able to definitely separate myself from that, from the character.
Wow, that's cool. That's really, I mean, I feel like you have, like, I don't know, you just have to get yourself into that, whoever you're portraying. Like, I feel like that's a whole process in itself. I could see how that can form you to who you are, because it's like you're playing, you have your own experiences, and then you're playing other people's, I mean, you've had history of other people's, so I mean, that's amazing in itself. But I mean, I just, again, you know, I just really, I mean, the thing is, like you said, we are changing, and I think that's a good thing. You just have to be self-aware. And I think that's a good thing, to check-ins, because sometimes we even need check-ins. I mean, you know, just to make sure, like, hey, like, okay, you're good. Like, are we, you know, you know what I'm saying? Like, when you're changing to not continue being, I don't know. It's like, I think it's a good thing, though. I mean, again, we all go through our stages, high school or whatever. I mean, also people who you're around can influence that and everything like that. That's why I'm big on being around people, surrounding yourself with people, even if you want to, if you're online, building an audience who are there for you, because then you're comfortable with being yourself. If you start off being like somebody else, that's who they're, like a character, like you're portraying a character, like you're acting. People are gonna love that actor that you are portraying. And then when you start being yourself, they're gonna be like, who is this? I didn't subscribe to this person. So, you know, that's the thing. I mean, Yeah, for anybody. But hold on, I haven't really been paying attention to the comments.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay.
Ellen asks, do you think when you show certain friends a certain part of yourself is not being your true self? Do you think that when you show certain I don't think, I don't necessarily, it depends because, some friends, I feel like some friends are different, you know, you have your best friends and then you have your just, random friends that for different time or different, like, you know, the party friend or the sisterly friend or whatever case. So, I don't feel like, as long as you don't feel like you can't be yourself, like I need more context to that, Ellen.
Yeah, I think it has. I if I could chime in, I think it's natural to shift a little bit depending on the person that you're talking to. We have our work selves, we have our homie self, like this is my homie, we have our partner's self, and they're all us.
Yeah.
You know, but it's like you're amplifying certain aspects of yourself so that you can live in a symbiotic you can be in a symbiotic place, you know what I mean? Like, I know that this is what you're giving me this, so I'm giving you this back. And that's how that's just natural. I don't think it's being fake. It's just being a person who's cognizant of what's happening in front of them.
Yeah, I agree. It's just, I guess if you feel like you're holding back or you have to hold back. Again, it could depend on, I guess, like you said, whatever setting, because business or work friends are probably different than, but as far as your best friend, somebody that you're close with, I feel like you should let it all out. They should know everything about you. So you shouldn't have to feel any type of way, but yeah, anyways, I hope you guys, let's do a little shout out to Maria Queen Brit Brat. Do you think it's always good to be yourself around your enemy? Well, first off, I probably personally wouldn't be hanging around my enemy. But if your enemy happens to be around, I think you should be yourself with everybody, you know? Obviously, again, like you said, if you're in a work setting or whatever the case may be, you may need to tone, you know, or whatever, switch it up just to accommodate to whatever setting or whatever that you're in. But what do you think about that?
I think that it's healthy to have a guard up. That's just a natural thing that humans do for protection.
Yeah.
You know, I would never share my most intimate things with someone who I knew didn't have my best interests at heart. But like you said, like, if I don't mess with you, then
why are you
I can be cordial without you know what I mean? There comes a point where you're like, all right, like, I'll be cordial, but I don't have to be in your face. That's when it starts feeling fake to me. You know, it's just like, hey, how you doing? All right, I'm gonna do my thing. That's it. Like, and just leave it. You don't have to stay with it. You don't have to stay around that.
Yeah, exactly.
I have a question for you, Jess.
Yes.
About your hair journey. I know that you are right now on your channel, you're transitioning into like more of a vlog style. And I love it. I love your personality. I think that you're great. I think you're gonna do well. I was trying to catch up on your last video right before this. So you and we have very different hair types. My hair right now is in a twist out and it's stretched, you guys, so you can't really see my natural texture. It's like, my hair shrinks up to about here, even though it's like about here. It's type 4C. I have a little bit of other textures in there, but mainly it's 4C. Okay. You have a completely different texture. And in the natural hair community, it feels like we're like kind of pitted against each other a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, well, this person's get too much attention and you can't, because I remember when, you know, curly girls started to come into the natural hair movement or the natural hair community, people were making videos like curly girls are hijacking the natural hair community and all this. And, you know, because it has been a struggle as someone with my texture of hair to be thought of as beautiful and for people to know your hair can grow. Like, these are, you know, so as a curly person, like, did you experience any challenges in that space?
Ooh, that's a good
With your
question.
hair?
You know, I don't know if I'm just not around enough people because I'm just introverted, so I haven't been out there. But you know, when people always say they face discrimination, or people even saying like trying to touch their hair. I can't think of that. And I don't know if that's because of because of, I guess, how my hair type would be, which, I mean, I don't know. It could be from someone looking out there. I don't know, but at the same time, I necessarily haven't. I mean, if somebody, or maybe I never really cared, because it's like, like, for instance, somebody coming to me, I mean, they probably said something, but no one ever came to me or looked at me or in any type of way. Or I don't know. I've just never, even when I was transitioning, I would rock my little fro. I mean, if you saw my previous videos, I've showed that I had, my hair was going, but I would still rock it out when I was in college. And I mean, I don't know, people probably did think whatever, but I never really care what people think. Like, I don't know. That's just been in me. It's just like, if I feel like I feel good, and even if I don't, I don't know. Like, so no, I guess to answer your question, I never really had any time where I could think about discrimination regarding my hair.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So I know, I have a piece from myself, but, I noticed that, recently you started to embrace your shrinkage and your frizz a little bit more. Like, what was in terms of, how you present yourself with like defined curls versus how you present yourself now? Do you feel internally different? Does it feel the same? Like,
oh yeah, it feels different. It feels like me not wearing makeup.
Nice.
Like, exactly. Like, it feels like, because I look back on my videos and I wasn't doing it on purpose, but I realized I was subconsciously portraying, like, because a lot of my hair, I would only show my hair when it was wet or damp. Like, I never would show or wait to show my dry results because, again, I don't think I did it on purpose, but it was just like, oh, well, I don't know why, but it's just like, I didn't do that. So everybody will see my hair when it's like damp or wet after I just put product in it. And then that's what they think that my hair will look all the time. And then I think what honestly clicked was that H&M scandal that was last year about the girl with her natural hair.
Yes.
Everybody has their different views on that, but regardless of whatever story, whatever everybody wants to make of that, the fact that there was the reaction behind a girl with her natural hair out, her natural, not manipulated, not, super slick down, whatever, that was a problem to me. And that, I feel strongly about that, so I just like, that is a problem. Like, why? And then that made me realize, like, I mean, the natural hair community is amazing, but I feel like there needs to be more natural hair. Like, it's like literally, you might as well call it the naturally enhanced hair community, because that's what we see all the time. And then people have the argument of, oh, well, if I don't moisturize my hair, it's going to be dry. I mean, if you look back in time, there's people rocking their afros, like, people had growth. You didn't have to slick down. You don't have to weigh your hair down with a bunch of products for it to be moisturized, and then everybody's perception of moisturize is different. If moisturizes, it has to look very sleek and shiny. That's not, I mean, that's not really how hair is usually. That's styled curls, so. And then even like with 4C, I just recently, I mean, I've been watching just different, I just like to learn about different, I just like to be informed and look at different perspectives. So yeah, I was reading something about 4C or watching a girl who's saying that most times people think 4C texture is dry because it doesn't look like a super moisturized, defined, curly, like a loose curls, which, and that's not the case. So then you have to determine how your hair, if it's dry, by how it feels. Like, if it feels moisturized or blah, blah, blah. So,
exactly.
I mean, yeah. So I just think that just inspired me to do that. And then I did a challenge of girls to rock their natural hair out. And just honestly, it's weird because I've been natural for so long, but when I actually challenged myself to go without styling products, I was surprised. I was like, how did my hair has volume? Like, how does I didn't even know my hair could be so big. And it was just like, this is my hair. This, like, it was just weird that products can really, like, it's like makeup. It's like your nose, yes. You know, it's weird. It's just really weird. So again, I'm the type of person that I like to test myself when I feel like I maybe I'm weird, but it's like if I become too reliant on something, or I notice something, even as far as food, I'm a vegan, and I realized, you know, when I was eating meat, I was like, oh, let me go a week without eating meat or whatever and see how my body feels or see how I feel. And it's just like, I like testing things out or just whatever. So it's just like, I have an audience. I don't want to show the audience that your hair, I was just done with that. Again, with the H&M thing going. And
yes.
People, I was like, this is a problem. Like, you know, so.
I can relate to that in so many ways. So many ways, because I do feel like type 4 hair, it's only kind of seen in glory. First of all, brands don't really show 4C hair when it's like shrunk, in its shrunken natural state, unless the girl or the person portraying it has very short cropped hair and, you know, she looks very much of African descent. It's very rare that you see someone with even my length of hair without a twist out or braid out. Like I'm still waiting for these companies to like show a real 4B, 4C hair and be like, bam, her hair is done. Mm-hmm. And I have a video on my YouTube channel called Stop Saying That 4C Hair is Hard to Manage.
Okay, speaking of YouTube channel, let's just do a plug here. Your YouTube channel is?
Latoya Ebony.
Okay, so just your exact name.
That's my name, yeah.
Okay, perfect. So you guys go check her out after this, but okay, I just wanted to put that in there.
Thank you. So on the topic of like, you know, your hair being done, and people are like, well, my hair is so hard to manage. And it's like, our hair is not hard to manage. It's the manipulation that's exhausting us. You know what I mean? Like,
it's your hair to look a certain way that you think
exactly. And I don't want to, I would be remiss to say that if you have type 4 hair and you don't stretch your hair and your goal is length, that, you know, you're going to get tangles and stuff. So I completely understand that. But I do think, and I practice that as well. And I love manipulating my hair. So I'm not saying, you know, you're not all that. But the idea, we do it so much. We stretch our hair so much to the point where our hair is not done. If it's just in its fresh out the shower, moisturized state, like it's not done yet. And I do think that's a problem. I feel that we should be able to celebrate the versatility of our hair without the word is not villainized, but without just putting down what it looks like in its natural state. We can celebrate both. And what the thing that I love about, you know, the natural hair community, social media, is that, you know, we have a little bit more control over that. We have control over the conversation. And it's also up to the audience to show love to the more natural looks. You know what I mean? Like your hair, without it being completely defined. My hair, like, where are the likes? Where are the comments?
So you know, that's the thing. It's just like, I think that's what discourages a lot of people, because they think that they're not going to get that many likes and that many, and it's just like, that shouldn't be, you know, the case. I'm pretty sure the first person that decided to put out their natural hair journey, it was nervous for them. I mean, at one point, like you said, natural hair wasn't even a thing. Like when, I mean, back then with straight hair and people claiming they're mixed, like that wasn't even possible. So it's like, it's possible to change people's perspective. We did it with natural hair, you know, or, you know what I'm saying? With whatever. No, I feel like if more people come out there and start really representing that, hey, you know, you can wear, you don't always need to, you know, have enhanced or whatever, like this is natural, or showing their natural texture more, you know, then it becomes more common. It's like that representation, like, okay, and then girls will feel good. Like, I mean, who would have thought that we would walk out our house and see so many people with natural hair? So it's like, it's possible. It just needs to be more people who are brave enough to come out there and show. And it even, I mean, big people with big influence, and even smaller people. I mean, if a whole bunch of small channels start doing it, I mean, that can create an impact as well. So,
and people in, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't
mean.
No,
go ahead.
Well, I mean, we're all influencers.
Exactly.
Like, we all have influence within our communities, within our families. We have influence over the children that we raise.
Exactly.
And you know, we're constantly looking outside of ourselves, looking for someone else to constantly show us what's beautiful, so that we can share that, we can like that. Like, 4C hair is only beautiful when it's long, when it's stretched. You know, curly hair is only good when it's defined. Oh, your hair is frizzy, that you need to do your hair. Like, these are things that need to, the versatility, like true versatility, needs to be celebrated, you know. And it's funny because, like, even on my channel, like, if anyone goes to my channel, they're going to see, you know, me like playing with my hair, trying to do a wash and go. And the reason why I started this series is because also, and this is the opposite, on the opposite end, type 4 hair in general, so many people, especially 4B, 4C hair, they think you can't wash and go. There's so many limitations put on our hair as well. So it's like, what if I were to try this out and just shake everything up? And yes, 4C hair does have a curl pattern, ladies and gentlemen. The thing is, like you said, when you're putting the gel and the stuff on your hair, you know what I mean? You can see the pattern of it, but naturally it's just not what it looks like. You know what I mean? But that needs to be shown as well. So there's so many different facets of it. You guys see, I'm passionate.
Yeah, I am too. And I try to say these, I'm glad I have someone on here with, because it's like, again, with me having whatever type of hair I have, it's like, again, I'm like very, you know, I don't mind speaking my points of view, especially because I believe in it and I know it's true. I'm not just pulling this out of, you know, whatever. But at the same time, it is good that I have, you know, someone with whatever hair type or 4C or different to back that up, because it's like, you know, I mean, it's true. It's true. I mean, even with the wash and goes, I mean, I get comments all the time with just, oh, my hair can never, whatever, or blah, 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 just because I guess people are expecting their hair to look exactly how my end results of a wash and go. And if it doesn't look like that, then that means that they can't do it. And it's just like, that's, you know, not true. And again,
now your expectations need to be different. You know what I mean? And that's just the reality, because there's a lot of people, and I get inspiration from everyone. That's why I'm following you. You know, I get, you know, it doesn't matter. But, you know, the expectations, it's different. You know what I mean? But you have to be able to look at someone else, appreciate them for what they offer, and then look yourself in the mirror and go, but this is what I offer as well. And there's not one that's more or less than the other. It's like, this is me and that's her, and we're both bomb. Thank you.
Exactly. And I get it. I mean, there's a lot of young people on YouTube as well, or just social media as well, that don't know. And then it also is different with your family. I mean, there's people, I've seen like little clips of I don't know if you're on TikTok or if you heard of that, but I've heard like girls trying to become natural, and then their parents are like, girl, do something with your hair. What are you doing with your hair? So it's like, even the old school mentality, the older mentality of, you know, I mean, I know whatever. So it's just like, you have to, I mean, I just encourage people to just put out their true selves on YouTube. I mean, again, it's just like, we need to see that representation. And I'm not saying that you need to I mean, you can't ever, whatever, rock your wash and go or you're defined. But like you said, we should be able to show both sides to it. And so that becomes normalized, just like we were able to get natural hair, you know, or the start of that. Just, you know, I mean, working towards that.
I'm so happy that you're doing what you're doing, because it's very clear that you are stepping in. You're stepping further in, because you've always been yourself. You're stepping further into your purpose and what you believe in, and you're showcasing that. And, you know, even this whole thing has inspired me as well. Like I have a video coming up on Monday, just styling my hair in its shrunken state, which where are those videos at? Y'all know? Cause I don't know,
Exactly.
and it's just so important. And, because we have the platform, we can be the pioneers of the conversation if no one else is willing to stand up and do
Exactly.
and just be like, hey, like we can love our hair in all of its many forms and facets.
Yeah, and that will encourage other people too as well. And it's just like, I just don't like, I always hear that, like people say, they want to start their channel, but because they have whatever type or whatever, it's not going to get as many views. You can't look at, like, forget about the views. I know, trust me, it's hard to even think about that, because it got to me at one point, and I never, like, I always told myself when I first started my channel, I'm like, I'm not going to care about the views. I will watch, like, YouTubers, like, get sad or complain, and I'm just like, how? Like, but I guess once you're in it, sometimes, especially when you get into the business side of it, and then you want to think about, relying on that to live your life, because obviously you have to get monetized, and with views, that correlates and everything. So, but you can't do that. People who started big movements that impacted the world, did you think that they had a lot of people behind them at first? No, but you gotta start somewhere. And then again, it's like, I don't like people who like to complain about stuff. It's like, we're in a world where you can literally turn on, do something about it. So if you're not happy with, again, I like I've always said, and I will always say, there's not enough representation in different hair types in the natural hair community. And yes, again, brands, but that's not something, we can control it by voicing our opinion and stuff like that, but we cannot go to the brands and make them do whatever the case may be. So we can just do what we can do as far as putting ourselves out there, building a bigger audiences. Even like me, maybe I could bigger influencers talking to brands, or like recommending people with 4C or different hair, but we just got to do what we can do to start that change or become that change.
Yes, I agree 1000%. We all have the power in our hands, and it's up to also the audience to start supporting that as well.
That's a good point.
You can only do so much, because at the end of the day, like we're just people. We're people. We happen to have eyes on us, but like we're people just like anyone else, and we can do what we can do. But really, it's our supporters that are pushing our I was gonna say pushing our agendas, but you know what I mean. They're pushing our beliefs. They are sharing. It's up to them. It's up to you guys watching, you know what I mean, to make sure that you're sharing that stuff as well. And that doesn't have to be better than the other. It's not about better. It's about representing the versatility of everyone, and it goes so much deeper than hair, because so many people will be like, oh, it's just hair, and like there is a point. It's like, girl, you want to color your hair, even if you want to relax your hair, girl, do your thing, you know what I mean. At the end of the day, it's about the unity of people. And we have to, hair is just a catalyst to something deeper, and that's human connection, that's acceptance, that's love, and that's just, I think that's what we're all just kind of trying to get down to.
Exactly. I think that perfectly sums up everything. Yes. Okay, I'm gonna look. I see comment section is a little, what are you guys saying in here? Representation definitely matters. Adelaide, I can't say your name. I suck at names, but you know what I mean. I promise I'm not illiterate. I'm just like, not. I didn't even know. Latricia, my mom was just talking about me. So yeah, some people agree that their parents, some people's parents are, but you can't, if you have older parents, of course they're not going to understand right now. But that's because they grew up when the beauty standards were corrupt, was just like.
Can we just talk about this for just a quick second? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
because it's easy to get upset. Because my mother, even when I had my son, she was like trying to see like what curl pattern he had and how dark or light he was going to be. You know what I mean? And you have to forgive them, because
of course,
that generation, it was about survival. If you didn't look a certain way, and even today, people are dying out here for looking a certain way. Not to make it, but you know, so, you know, back then it was a survival mechanism that just seeded itself.
Yep.
So we also have to have grace and just redirect the conversation and re-educate, even though they're older than us. But I just wanted to say.
No, that's true. I mean, and you can, even if, I mean, I know my mom is always very supportive for what I do, but when I decided to go natural, she was like, what? She was like, okay, that's what you want to do. Like, I mean, she's very supportive, but I could tell she was like, what? I mean, from a girl who she used to never, I would never go out with, you know, I had to have bones straight to the edges. But yeah, I mean, now I've inspired my mom. Like, she's seen, you know, whatever, and now she's whatever. I mean, may not be the case for everybody, but it's just an example of you just staying true to yourself. I mean, of course, your parents, I mean, and like you said, accepting, looking at it from their point of view, understanding why they may feel that certain way, but that shouldn't discourage you. I mean, and then even if you have siblings, like, I mean, you're just inspiring different people, whether or not you're on the internet or not. I mean, even as far as me, like, I'm not looking forward to having kids anytime soon at all, but I am excited that if I do have a girl or whatever, that I have this knowledge, and I'm at this point in my life where I'm like, I can't wait to like teach her to embrace her natural hair and not care about whatever anybody, you know, feels. And I just want her, like, and not even, I don't know if you remember Beyonce's daughter rocking her natural hair out, and people were saying stuff about her hair because it was super sad. That's the problem.
You know what I mean? Like, why? Like, and I think it breaks my heart, because my son, he's 1.5, and you know, he's so cute. I love him. But you know, they're kids, and they have to see this someday. Like, how are you a grown person talking about a child like that?
Yeah.
Like, and even, I mean, I can't, that breaks my heart.
Yeah.
Also, there needs to be more love and love for our boys too. I got a son, he has natural hair, you know, and I think it's so awesome that, you know, women are rallying together and we're tackling this thing. But I think that also, you know, we need these men as allies. We need strong men. Like my husband, he loves natural hair. He's my biggest supporter. By the way, he's the one who painted this.
Oh yeah, I was gonna ask you about that. Wow, that's amazing. Talented.
Yeah, he's very talented. We need allies, white people, Asian people, men. We need everyone to rally together on this. And because I feel like if we all have enough self-love for ourselves, there wouldn't be all of this, like trying to say mean things to get attention or to get a like, or if you're confident in yourself, you can see something you don't agree with and scroll past it.
Exactly. It wouldn't affect you if you didn't have something else, you know. I mean, even that hits about me, a person who thinks they are super confident. But I mean, at one point I had social media impacted me. At one point I had to be like, okay, I'm starting to get into that comparing whatever mindset. I need to stop. I need to take a break or whatever. But I mean, like you said, that is true. I mean, I know my boyfriend is the biggest reason for me. He's very supportive. And even with me looking natural, I mean, he encourages that. He actually prefers just natural and everything. And it's just like, I know there's a lot of guys today out there that are, I mean, it seems like a little more critical or a little more, I mean, I feel like they're just portrayed by social media. I mean, just because of what they see and everything like that. But
what's sexy, what's to have, it's we and you know, it's up to the parents as well. Like, I want to instill that confidence in my son. I want him to see me being natural. I don't want him to appreciate a woman for their natural beauty, whether whatever she decides to do with herself, you know, and everyone can have a preference. This is not about preference. It's about, you know, it's deeper than that. If we need to nurture the men in our lives, whether they're, you know, people of color or not. Like, we do need to nurture them, so that they can also shift their mindsets as well, because we're in this together. You know what I mean? Like,
exactly.
we're going to be the wives of someone someday, you know? So,
but I also want to, like, I mean, just when you're girls in a dating world and everything like that, I mean, I don't know if I'm just, again, TikTok, anybody on TikTok, you guys know the struggle there. I mean, with girls talking about liking guys that don't like them because of whatever natural hair or whatever they're, but it's like, you know, just again, it goes to being around, surrounding yourself with people that you feel like you could be yourself with. I mean, you know, like you said, we do need to encourage, you know, Black men and just people, period, to, you know, be involved in the movement and just, I mean, loving. So we, you know, it can create a community where we can not be so hard on ourselves and feel like, but I mean, unfortunately, there are a lot of guys out there who, whatever, have their own mindset or perception of beauty. And it's just like, you gotta stop chasing after guys like that. Like, again, it's just like, why I get it. Like, I mean, I guess I try to put myself in a situation if a guy that I really like was just so attractive. I just feel like the thought of if he thought I looked ugly with my natural hair or without makeup, I mean, yeah, it would hurt, but at the same time, it's like, that's not for me. Like, I would just know, I'm like, okay, you know, it sucks, but I'm not gonna make myself upset. It's just, I don't know. I mean, maybe it's easier said than done with me because I have a voice. I don't know, but it's just like, you shouldn't, why would you want to even be with somebody? I mean, or even me saying, okay, he doesn't like me like this, let me put on makeup or let me do my hair like this so he can. Why? Do you not understand when you get with him, you're gonna have to eventually put that, like, what are you, you're just setting yourself up. I'm just like, why? But that's a whole other topic.
So true. I know, right? There's so many facets to this. Jacqueline said, thank you.
Oh, Jacqueline.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sorry guys. We're just in this. Hope you guys are enjoying. How long have we been on?
It's been like almost an hour.
Okay. I've been trying to keep track of it. Where I guess you see the exact time? I mean, I usually go. Sorry, I don't know. I didn't warn you, but usually my lives are like an hour.
Oh,
I like to try to stay.
I'm looking through like the comments.
Yeah, I think social media citations is a hindrance to a lot of young people. Glad you're feeling more confident. Yes. Oh yeah, somebody K-Bar said that the painting in the back is amazing. So yeah, that was like she said that was her husband, right? Who did that? Wow.
Yeah. Natural Curl Girl says, I have a natural hair blog and I love that there are some men who want advice as well. It makes me hungry to want to research, read, and gather info even more and help whomever I can.
Wow. That is good. You have she has a natural hair blog?
Yeah, that's what she said. Natural Curl Girl.
Oh, okay.
That's awesome. Yeah, because men need that confidence too, you guys. I'm waiting for I'm waiting for more men with natural hair, like, and I like all types of men. You know what I mean? I'm waiting. I'm still waiting for that person as well. Like, hey, I'm a guy. I'm, you know, just a regular guy, and I'm going through this hair journey too. I'm looking forward to that.
Exactly.
Because we have a lot of cosmetologists, like, you know, things like that are men. We have some, but like maybe we need to support them more, you know?
I definitely agree. What are you ladies' thoughts on wavy and curly girls who are Caucasian and them also being part of the natural community? I just learned that so many of them have curly or wavy hair as well. I've seen some of that. Like, again, TikTok has been exposing me to a lot of different stuff, but
there definitely is a Caucasian curly girl community.
yeah, I was not aware of that. Them also being part of the natural. So do you have any thoughts on that?
It doesn't bother me. Mm-hmm. Because I'm so female centric, mm-hmm. At the end of the day, we need each other. It doesn't matter what we look like, we can support each other. It would actually be pretty cool to see us supporting each other. However, I do also recognize that there is a difference between dealing with, black hair care versus a Caucasian. Mm-hmm. We do have different needs. Mm-hmm. A lot of times we need heavier products. So I think that it will always, in some instance, be segregated in a way because the needs are just different. Mm-hmm. It doesn't threaten me or anything. Like I don't care that much. I like photos of girls with beautiful, curly hair that are Caucasian mm-hmm. as well. I think it's interesting. I'm pretty sure they look in on our community and they think that it's interesting. Mm-hmm. In a way, it's so interesting how as people, we segregate each other by ethnicity. Mm. And I wonder, like, because there's a lot of Jewish women who have like hair that's similar, more closely similar to yours. Mm-hmm. And so like, I wonder, like, if we were to, take away ethnicity, if we were to just look at the hair, mm-hmm. Like in different textures, coarseness, patterns, like if we would find more similarities than we think.
In the hair?
It's just a thought. Mm-hmm. I don't know.
But I don't think I have a problem with it. I mean, it's the natural hair community. So it's not like black people community, So it's like, of course, anybody with naturally curly hair, I mean, yes, they can be a part of the community. Now, if like, I don't know, like if like a well-known black person, like a well-known black-owned or whatever brand starts promoting that instead of a black girl's hair, then it would be like a little...
Can I just say what I think because I feel this too, mm-hmm. I think the natural hair community was created because the experience of what it's like to have natural hair as a brown person is mm-hmm. different. It is different. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like if you, like there are, and I mean, like, have you ever, most Caucasian people, they flat iron their hair every single day. Most of them do. I have a lot of Caucasian friends. So that's kind of a thing. And so to have them like embracing their curls as well, because they do have discrimination against curls as well. But there is a different experience. And I think that's why, so many Black people feel a way about it, because they're like, look, we're doing this because literally we can't get jobs because we have our hair like this. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So I think that's why people feel so passionate about it. Mm-hmm. And there's definitely like 50% of me that does feel that way as well, mm-hmm. On the experience part of it. But in terms of, someone repping their curly hair, like it has no effect on me as a person.
See, I think girls with curly hair, I don't know if I think it's just different. Like, I guess it's the same because their hair is naturally curly. But if there is a Caucasian person, which I've seen, that has like the textured eyes, curly hair, like mm-hmm. their hair, which is rare, but I've seen that before, and it's just like, but I don't know. I feel like natural hair, I don't know, and curly, they're the same, but in a sense, it's just like different.
I think the only thing is really the experience, know. I really do, because yes, there's the hair texture as well and the different needs that it has, but I think I think a lot of it has to do with, holding true to that experience that you have and making sure that that's heard. So I'm sensitive to that as well. Mm-hmm. I think that there's a way that we can live in have a symbiotic relationship and still recognize the differences.
I agree. It's just, yeah, it is. I guess it is a little weird if there's just a, like, I don't know, it comes out and they're promoting natural. Yeah, I get what you're saying. Like, what we started it as, it was more like directed towards, African Americans. But yeah, so again, I'm gonna leave it off of what you said. I don't think you should single one out and be like, no, oh, you're trying to whatever. But that's a whole, again, that all.
There'll be a world where it doesn't even matter as much.
Exactly. There are a few other. Oh, okay. Miss Jamma says, "What's our biggest insecurities?" I wish I knew the time. Hold on. You can do this while I'm trying to. Do you have yours?
Yeah, I got a lot of insecurities.
I guess we can do
personality though. That's good.
I guess we can do. You said your personality?
No, I said it's not my personality, thank God.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, of course, I have insecurities. I had a child that changed my body. I changed my breast.
Oh, yeah.
My breast ain't the same no more.
Oh, yeah, that is a good point.
My stomach is not the same anymore. I have stretch marks. It takes a toll on your body. And
61 minutes. Thanks. Okay, I'm listening. Somebody just told me how long we've been on live for.
Ooh.
No, you're fine.
But yeah, man, my body is different, and I'm on a journey because I keep saying I want to get my body back. And it's like I can't get my body back. It will never be the same. It's gone through something that you can't take back. Yeah. So how do I take what it is now and mold it into something that I it's like I'm proud of my body of what it has done. You know what I mean? It's a miracle what it can do. But also I don't want to rest just on that. I always want to be my best self, and my best self is a healthy self. And, if that means that I need to work out and eat better, then I'm going to have to do that, because that's going to make me feel good internally. And then also when I look in the mirror. So I think, I'm working that balance of appreciating my body for what it has done and the miracle that has happened, but also still working on it so that I can be proud of it in other ways as well. So
I see. Yeah, I guess that's one of my biggest thoughts about that stage, that moment in my life as well. I mean, I know that right there is a full process. It's going to be a new journey to overcome and everything like that. So yeah. As far as me, sorry, by the way, there is somebody working on something. So if you guys can hear that, the stuff in the background, I'm sorry. We're gonna wrap it up because I know we've been on here for a while. I mean, obviously, two people who love to talk are just on here. We can talk forever. But I mean, for me, my biggest insecurity, I mean, right now or back then, because I used to have a lot of insecurities. Like, I used to be insecure about my nose. I used to be insecure about my petite body and like not having a big boobs or biggest butt or whatever. So I mean, of course I've overcome them, I guess. I mean, I feel like once you get, well, I mean, I don't know if it's true, but like I know me being with my boyfriend, somebody who accepted all of that and who thinks all of my insecurities are just so beautiful. I mean, after a while you just grow to hear like being uplifted about that, so it kind of rewires your mind into whatever, and then you're just like, oh well, I mean, the person that I love the most, if they love it, I don't really care about whatever anybody else thinks about it. I mean, but obviously not everybody's in that point, but or I don't know, but as of right now, I don't know. I'm not trying to say I don't have any, but I don't know. I guess maybe my teeth, because they're not the straightest, and I used to wear braces before, so I guess that will be it. I mean, sometimes my nose does annoy me because it's big and oily, and it's like oily skin, but it's just like, okay, well, that's a trait. That's my trait that goes back to who I am, and it's just like, okay, don't go there. It's beautiful. Like, you know, you don't. I try to snap myself.
I feel like
out
it
of
definitely goes with you. Like, I didn't even notice. Like, I don't notice that. I just see you, and I'm just like, wow, she's so pretty.
Oh,
I don't even. Yeah. I think most people looking at you would be like, girl, please.
Well, yeah, that's for everybody, right? I mean, we have insecurities that people probably don't even pay attention to. But another thing I'm thinking about is, of course, I feel like I am over my body. I mean, at one point I was just like, why? Like, everybody in my family has big boobs, and I'm just like, why? Like, I told my mom, I'm like, Mom, like, for real, like, why didn't everybody, my grandma, my auntie, my cousins, I'm like, literally, they just gonna skip over me. But you know, again, it's just, I have to deal with it. I told myself, well, I'm not getting surgery because I'm too much of a chicken to do that. I don't want to change my body. I mean, there's so many things so that's not happening. So it's like, I gotta just, hey, rock it. Yeah. So, and thankfully I have a boyfriend who appreciates whatever. So it's like, okay, woo, that's one less thing I gotta worry about, you know, finding, because I know that's a struggle too. I mean, if you're single, you're with other guys who like whatever. So anyways, yeah, I mean, again, do you have any last? I hope I don't even know. Again, this is a trial thing. This is, again, just going to be like, I know this is all over the place, but this series, obviously, is just going to start off with me talking to girls or women, obviously, about their struggles. And then we got into a whole bunch of stuff. But did this help you at all a little bit? Did it answer your questions?
I think it's always therapeutic to talk about it and get it out, because once it's out, then you realize that those insecurities they're not silly. They're not that big. It's not that big a deal.
Yeah.
You know, and then when you see other people who have like their own things that they're going through, or they've gone through experiences and they can give you advice or insight, it does make you feel better. To expand your mind, to change your perspective. Yeah, I love this. I love it. I'm really happy that you had me today.
No, I'm happy you can. I mean, great first guest. You were very, I mean, I know, I feel like you're more extroverted.
I am an introverted extrovert. So it's funny, I love being by myself. That's why being a YouTuber works so well for me. I love being by myself. I need that alone time. Like, I need that space. However, I think the people person, like, I don't know how to explain it, because I am an actress, so obviously I can turn that extrovert side on. But yeah, I've heard people say they're an introvert, like an extroverted introvert.
Too, then I don't know, because I mean, I'm not like, I prefer to be by I don't know. Actually, I have my moments. For the most part, I like having my alone time, but I do have moments where, I mean, I do want to, like, I don't know. Who knows? I guess I'm.
Well, maybe you are. Maybe it's like you're an extroverted introvert.
Maybe.
Like, really, you're like this. However, in certain circumstances, you can be kind of your full self and be comfortable with that. So,
which I think is good. I mean, I mean, people say introvert. You know, I feel like you should always strive to try to not be so introverted, because, you know, it can close you out to meeting a lot of people and just, you know, growing as a person and everything like that. So, I mean, anyways, that's a whole nother topic. Sorry. We're not going to be on here for another hour. But
yeah, we're good.
Definitely, if you guys would love to check out Latoya's channel, obviously, yeah. she has so much to provide. If you have 4C hair or any natural hair, you just go over her channel, go support her, okay, everybody. And I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope it wasn't too all over the place, but tomorrow I will be doing another one. So I'm pretty much going to be doing this Be True series every Friday and Saturday. I'm over here sorry, I'm looking over here. I'm looking at the comments. But yeah, every Friday and Saturday at 12:30 p.m. Sometimes if I'm not 12:30, it's going to be like 12:40. And if you would like to join or be a part of this series, then all you have to do is go on my Instagram, JessCreationss, the same as my channel, and DM me whatever struggle you are going through or you have, and you may be chosen for the next Be Choose series. So anyways, again, thank you so much, Latoya. This was amazing. I
Thanks
will
for
be
having
staying
me.
in contact with you, and I'm gonna go subscribe to your channel because I
Thank
haven't had the
you.
time to yet. And I
Yeah,
hope
just for everyone, my channel name is Latoya Ebony. I'm also on Instagram, Latoya_Ebony, and I have my website, LatoyaEbony.com. Check me out. I'm a lot of fun. There's a lot of good information about type 4 hair, as well as just we have a little fun. We have some fun. So you're going to get fun and you're also going to get information.
exactly.
So yeah.
We love that balance. Okay, well, make sure you always stay true to yourself. Okay, check in with yourself. You are amazing, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you.
Okay,
Bye.
bye. Okay, now I gotta figure out.